Hey guys, how's everybody's summers going? Mine's been going pretty good. Over the weekend I was involved in a surprise party for my friend Eva, who is one of the genuinely most lovely people I've ever met, and it was really fun. I don't think I'd ever been, part of a surprise party before, so it was really great to help my other friend plan it out, and we organized kind of a scavenger hunt for people of all our friends all around the neighborhood, and it was just really fun. I think it was more fun than planning a party for myself. So if you ever have the chance to throw a birthday party for somebody else, I highly advise you to do it because it's fun. Other than that, I've just been kind of hanging out, talking to friends. I've been working a lot, which is kind of boring, but gotta get cash money so I can live next year. And I've also been thinking a lot about writing because I wish I was a writer. Cause I'm sort of a writer, but not really. I have ideas and I have stories and I develop characters and I have little things, but I don't actually do writing. I'm not one of those people like those people who I know who, in their spare time in class, they take out a notebook and start writing their story. I would take out my notebooks and kind of stare at my ideas page and maybe jot some stuff down. I have notebooks that have characters and backstory and a rough outline for an old pilot and stuff, but I just don't ever sit down and actually write things. I don't really have the patience for that. To be honest, recently I haven't had much of the patience for anything. I'm even behind in every TV show that I watch, and there's so many TV shows that I've been meaning to start watching, and I used to be, there was a period when I could go through TV shows, and I did, and I went and I caught all up through with TV shows, but I haven't, not in a long time, and I'm just behind in all parts of my life. Even though school is done, I'm still managing to be behind in things. So I don't know what it is. I don't know whether I am a writer, because I don't really write things, not much. There's been some I have written things before. I mean, especially when I was a little kid, I wanted to be a writer, and I wrote books for the Reading Rainbow competition every year, and I have old stories, and I have things that I've written, and I have 2 horribly and early failed NaNoWriMo attempts under my belt. And the biggest thing is that I want to write. I have these story ideas in my head that I want to finish, and I see things all around me. I'll just see something in the world, or I'll just think of something, or when I'm watching or reading something else, there's just a tiny moment or a fragment that doesn't even necessarily have anything to do with what's happening, and I just want to write it and want to make it into some kind of story. I have this whole other video where I ramble about how great stories are, and so I've decided I just need to make myself do it. Just like I need to make myself sit down and start watching TV again, I need to make myself write something and just see what happens. And I'll be doing this in 2 ways. First off, I'm going to start work in earnest, working on the screenplay for a short film that I will hopefully be making with some friends towards the end of the summer. I am going to start working on that, Brian. I promise. And secondly, I'm going to be starting a blog called Biddy Stories. It'll be on Blogger, and I'll probably cross-post to Tumblr, and it'll be a place where I can just write something down if something occurs to me, or I can just sit down and, churn out just a little bit of a story. For the most part, they probably won't be, full stories, just little fragments of whatever comes out of my head, but feel free to follow along if you want and give me any kind of thoughts, and I'll try to post somewhat regularly, and we'll just kind of see what happens with that. So that's all from me. No, I am not going to VidCon, stop rubbing it in, but I did buy my bus tickets to LeakyCon, which means I am all set for that, and that will totally be awesome too, so there. Okay, I'm gonna run off now. Best wishes.